My name's Julie Vincent. I'm head of college at Cedars Academy.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I work at Cedars Academy in Lowfell Gateshead.
Rebecca's just remarkable, really. She gets on with everybody. She's very hardworking, very inspiring, very able to adapt to any situation, but above all else determined.
I have worked at Cedars for 3 years as both an apprentice and now as a permanent member of staff.
Physically, it's very demanding for her. So things that might take you or I a short amount of time takes Rebecca significantly longer, but she never gives up. She doesn't like to be helped. She wants to do things herself, and that's one of the sort of admirable qualities about her, really. She doesn't give up.
I enjoy learning because I like to experience new things and am keen to discover what can help me fulfill my role as a community activator.
3 words that I would use to describe Rebecca: determined, adaptable, and admirable.
If I was to win, I think it would show people that if you really want something and you work hard, there are no barriers to achieving your dreams.
Hello, my name is Amy Rose, and I'm here to talk about employment. Let me introduce myself. I have cerebral palsy and ADHD. I am 23 years old. Today I would like to talk to you about employment and what it's like to have a job as a disabled person. My job is a 6-month contract with Kickstart, which is a government scheme to help get young people into work. My job is for 25 hours a week. I work in an office doing data entries. So my role basically includes looking so I might get doing the topic, for example, race courses. That's what I'm doing now. I've got to look at information about race courses, what race courses it is, what the dress is, and different kind of questions. Well, when I was younger, I didn't even know unemployment existed, really, until I hit secondary school age. I didn't know unemployment existed at all, never mind about disabled people did. So, obviously, when I was 5, I was going to leave school and get a job. When I was about 12, I started to realise about unemployment in general, but I wanted a job. And I wanted to take all the way through school. I thought I was going to leave school at 18 and get a job the next day. That didn't happen, never mind. But yeah, so basically growing up, I went to 2 mainstream schools and then a special schools. The special school just as good as the mainstream schools. But the only downside I would say about special education is they don't explain about the inequality in employment, which I think needs to be fixed. the able people don't leave school expecting a job straight away like most people do. Then it has been a lot harder for me to get a job. For one, my disability is clearly visible, there's no denying it. And people actually don't understand disability. So I spent years trying to complete my level 2 English, like years trying to complete my level 2 English. And I thought that would end up leaving in a job, but no, it 3 years until I got a job eventually. Almost 3 years, not quite, but almost. I'm happy to have any job. I have done, in the past, I've had one or two acting jobs, but I was very well paid. But in reality, you maybe get one or two jobs a year, so therefore they're not as well paid as what you think they are, and they'll have to heavily rely on benefits. But I tried for about a year to get into acting, and I realised it's probably worthwhile looking for a normal job, whatever a normal job is. So working in the office, I'm like everybody else. I don't have any barriers because I'm sat down. But I do have barriers with concentration. But physically I don't have any barriers because I'm sat on a chair like everybody else. And it's a good job. Ideally, I think employers should actively employ disabled people. You have enormous benefits to employing a disabled person. Firstly, they will appreciate the job a whole lot more. I realise how hard it is to get a job, and I appreciate that part-time hours. I appreciate the fact that I've got a job, appreciate the fact it's not feel incredibly privileged, that feel like they're in a position of privilege, because they probably have lost a lot of friends without a job. Because I appreciate that job, they're going to give it the 100% into it, and they won't slack. And won't just, like, they won't do that. They'll be ready, they'll be more. And I think if you have people with, not that maybe people like, some people with autism have a really, really good concentration.
My name is Paul Wilkinson and I'm 28 and I work at IKEA. I work at textiles upstairs where I sort things like the wraps and do P-tagging. P-tags where you put fresh labels to if someone took one off. Loose hands where you bring a trolley of what originally belongs to your department from downstairs to upstairs. Yes, I have qualifications in employment, in retail work. That I get to work and to occupy myself and to get to know my own colleagues. Attempt it, and it'll change it and make a new self out of you.
Good morning. My name's Philippa Joyce. Welcome to my job. I do all the cleaning and loss all the time. I do really well. Very good independent. I'm very kind and so friendly with the customers. I give her the wheelchair service and a full part of potatoes with a scooter and a wheelchair and lots to do. Lots of other things that I can do. Get a scissors, scrape all the dirt off the wheelchair.
So in 2016 we were approached by the Exeter College to ask if Philippa could come and do an internship for the year, which we're glad for you to come, weren't we? We welcomed you, and from then onwards Philippa has just progressed so much, so independent now. It's been a learning curve for us because none of us in here had any training on how to work with you, did we? With people with special needs. And it's been amazing for all of us, and we feel so proud of how far Philippa's come in the time she's been here. We are all so proud of you. Not only, Philippa, are you working here, but she's now got a social life. I would say it's the most rewarding thing you can possibly do. It's just to see how somebody grows and to think that you've been part of it. You know, it's just, I feel quite emotional actually talking about it, because to think how far you've come in this 5 years, to think how, you know, when you started, you know, you were in your 20s and you hadn't done anything on your own.
His shot ability is incredible and well reported in here. They all love to be around here. He needs help. You don't have to deal with breaks with wheelchairs.
Yeah.
It's a bit technical and complicated. You need the same with me. Training how to do it.
Yeah, because it was a bit complicated at first, but once you've had your training, you know how to do everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Philippa and I were asked to attend an event to talk about the opportunity for Philippa to participate in an internship and independent travel training programme. I was unsure how this would work for Philippa and came home feeling very concerned about it all. I talked to the family about my concerns and they all agreed that it seemed a huge undertaking for Philippa, the main concern being the travel training. However, after meeting Kathleen McIntyre, supported employment worker, and the travel trainer, and hearing how the programme worked and that Philippa would be closely monitored, we decided to give it a try. The day that Philippa came home with her uniform to start work at Shop Mobility in the Metro Centre was just amazing. She was so proud of herself and embarked on this new chapter with great enthusiasm. The first few weeks of travelling on the bus were a bit nerve-wracking, but she was closely monitored and Philippa was shadowed until she could demonstrate that she was able to cope on her own. Philippa has made friends with people at the bus stop at home where she travels on the number 1 bus to the interchange and then gets the X66 to the Metro Centre. A situation that seemed so unlikely for Philippa to cope with has now become her normal routine, which could easily have not happened had I let my worries stand in the way. Philippa loves her job. We are all so proud of her, but the best bit of all was when she told us that she loved her life. The staff at the Metro Centre have been a great support for her, and she is still making progress with what is and is not acceptable to say. Philippa is very strong-willed at times, and can be challenging to say the least if she thinks she's right. I picked her up from work one day, and whilst I was waiting, a customer came in and asked me about my recent holiday. She recognised me from the photos Philippa had shown her. Philippa has been so fortunate to have been welcomed into a great team of staff who include her in their social events and keep in touch with her by text. She has attended meals out for leaving parties and other celebrations and has been involved in the training of new staff. It's a huge bonus that in addition to a wonderful job, Philippa has also made lots of great friends. I am so pleased we did not dismiss this opportunity for Philippa, which I very nearly did. I can only say that if anyone else is in the position we were in, to really think about taking this chance. By breaking down the process into manageable chunks, rather than looking at the big picture, anything is possible. Philippa has proven that to us, and I would like to thank all of those people who have supported her on this journey as she continues to make progress and learn new things from each new day.